And what's good, everyone? To week 2 of the Somewhat Sports podcast. We already missed a week.
Yeah.
I don't know, but to our defense, it was a pretty slow news week last week.
Yeah, there's nothing to talk about. No.
Well, there was, but it kind of like came late. AB.
Oh yeah, but like you can't do a whole podcast. Well, you probably could do a whole episode on him.
But that's why we're here now. But I mean, games wise, because I think last Thursday there was only one game.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about it. And it was the most boring game.
Yeah, it was god awful. I was so excited to see football back. And
Aaron Rodgers.
This game just blew it.
Yeah, it did. But since then, we had a full day of just, I think, great football games.
There was a lot of really exciting football games. There was a lot of high scoring games. There was some close games. It was an exciting Sunday, to be honest.
Yeah, and also, of course, we have AB news because this is I think the first time I've seen the NFL reach NBA levels of drama.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it this talked about in terms of just one player just doing dumb shit.
The NBA doesn't have maniacs like this.
Well, that's true. But we'll get into that. So this week we'll be doing AB. We'll be doing AB news, and then we'll be talking about the games, surprise teams, disappointing teams, standout players, and then we'll go into Kevin Durant's comments because he had a lot to say.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, KD.
Guy.
Never happy. But yeah, so we'll talk about AB first. Young Dame, Killer Dame. Patriots. Not surprised in the slightest this happened.
Honestly, I didn't see it happen. I didn't think it was going to happen, but then the more I thought about it and sat there, it made sense. It's a Patriot thing to do.
That is true. Here's the thing. I thought, again, I don't watch football as much as you do, but I thought it was very scummy of him to do what he did to the Raiders.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I don't know, man.
People are saying that he had this whole thing planned out from the beginning. He
definitely had it planned. I thought he did.
I'm not one of those that believe it was planned out, but if he did, he's a psychopath. Well, he's a psychopath anyway, but this just makes him more of a psychopath. That he had this whole thing planned out this entire time.
But think about it. I don't know. It's just I thought him doing dumb shit was just him.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But then everything it made sense.
I know, and then they came out with the news that the Patriots at first tried to trade for him from the Steelers, but the Steelers were not going to give him to the Patriots because they play him every year in the playoffs.
That's true.
The Patriots even offered a first-round pick for him, but instead they traded him for a third and fifth-round pick. That's how you know the Steelers just did not want to deal with the Patriots. Well, look where it got you now.
I don't know.
Dealing with him anyway.
But isn't there other ways you could have gone about it?
For AB?
Yeah.
If this was his plan the entire time, there was honestly no way to do it. The only thing I would say for him was to do it earlier because the Patriots have one of the most hardest systems to get integrated into, and he did it once the season started, which is kind of hard to get into the system, then get the chemistry going and all that stuff.
Well, all right, so I guess we'll segue into it. So AB's officially on the Patriots, not a surprise to me, a surprise to you apparently, but I don't know, and a part of me thinks he's gonna fit in fine because Belichick handles these egos really well. Mm-hmm. It's just the Patriots way. But I don't know. Another part of me thinks he's just so. I feel like AB has an untreated case of CTE, so I don't know. For me, it's difficult because he'll fit. I don't know. I don't want him to fit in, but I think he's gonna fit in. It
honestly could just go either way. I was listening to an analyst the other day on SportsCenter.
Which analyst? Give him the credit.
I honestly don't remember. Damn. It doesn't matter though. But they gave a stat how the Patriots lead the NFL in red zone drives or something like that, and then AB's the number one receiver in receptions in the red zone. And it's a perfect match. Yep. I have him on a fantasy team, so it would help get those touchdowns, get the receptions,
but. But
at the end of the day, I'm not too fond of the Patriots, so if it doesn't work out, oh well, I'm not going to be
But if it doesn't work out,
upset about it.
I don't think the Patriots get affected by this.
Did you see them week 1? They did not need him at all. I'm just sitting there, I'm yo, they're killing them. And then I think at the end, I'm yo, they're getting Antonio Brown. This is insane.
Well, their wide receiver, it's Edelman,
Josh Gordon.
They traded Demaryius Thomas to the Jets, thank God.
They had their first-round pick is hurt right now, but he's obviously going to come back at the end of the year.
He's a wide receiver?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He's mad good. They have the running backs. They have obviously Tom Brady is just
Now Antonio Brown.
Man.
I swear to God, if Gronk comes out of retirement, and I have a feeling he would.
He tweeted those stupid eye emojis the other day.
Yeah, I think he's just trolling.
No, I know he was trolling, but of course I bought into it like an idiot. But
well, I mean, I don't know. This.
I'm scared he's gonna come back.
Even if he doesn't come back, it's still.
Yeah, I know. I still think they're gonna win the Super Bowl. I changed my pick now. Obviously, Antonio Brown is there, but
Do you think he makes it like to the end of the season? Your personal opinion.
My personal opinion, I think he does because I just haven't seen this with the Patriots not work out. It worked out Randy Moss, worked out other players. So I do think with the Patriots, it is going to work out for him, and he's going to have a monster year. I think first couple weeks is going to take some time to get to learn the playbook, to get some chemistry with Brady. But by the end of the year, you're going to see him dominating, have 8 to 10 receptions a game with over 100 yards or a touchdown. He's going to be killing it.
God damn it, man. I mean, when I heard the news, I don't know, it was very Cousins to the Warriors-esque to me.
I know.
I don't know. I mean, for football edition, but I guess the only team I could see beating them is, or at least stopping them, is the Chiefs.
Yeah, I thought it was like that before the season, but now especially it's just the Chiefs because the Chiefs could just outscore them. They're the only team that can outscore them because.
Well, isn't Ty Hill?
Tyreek Hill's out for I think 6 to 8 weeks. He's gonna come back eventually at the end of the year. One day we'll be playing the Patriots in the playoffs.
Rusty, no?
He'll have enough time to get back. But
you're right.
Regardless, it's just gonna be hard to beat the Patriots anyway.
Huh. Well, I don't know, man. I was kind of excited for the football season. Well, because the Patriots always go far, irregardless.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just kind of what a dagger to the heart, man. Because especially from two New Yorkers here,
I know
it's the worst.
I know. I mean, regardless, the Jets have died today. So.
But God, we don't have to talk about that. But I don't know. I don't like the way AB handled it. I'm not surprised he handled it the way he did, though.
I knew people that were like, "Oh yeah, let's bring him to the Jets." I'm like, absolutely not. Do not bring that circus around my young team and quarterback. Do not. It just ruined everything. If you were going to go somewhere, it'd be the Patriots or Seattle because they have systems in place that keep him in check.
I honestly think that even if he went to Seattle, I only think the Patriots would have handled him.
You mean the Seahawks?
No, I think the Patriots would have handled him, not the Seahawks.
I think Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson, that would have been a good system in place for him.
Yeah, but
that's what my guess was where he was going to go.
But I heard from an analyst too. I forgot who said it too, but I think he only respects Belichick.
Yeah, supposedly it's his whole plan the entire time that he wanted to whatever.
I don't know. It's pretty effed up. But GG to the Raiders though for winning Week 1. I'm kind of glad they won that. I did not expect. I was gonna bet on the Broncos too. But I mean,
impressive.
Yeah, who do the Raiders have now?
Josh Jacobs, their first round pick, the running back. He showed up crazy. He had 2 touchdowns, I'm pretty sure. Their new number 1 receiver, Tyrell Williams, had a touchdown. He had over 100 receiving yards.
Well, who got injured recently from the Raiders?
Oh, their cornerback got hurt. He had a neck injury. He had to be carted off. That was a little scary, but he said he was fine. And then their safety tore his shoulder.
Jesus Christ.
Something in his shoulder, and he's out for the year.
Well,
I was not a fan of him anyway. He was a little cocky on Hard Knocks, but
that's why he was on.
I obviously don't hope for guys to get injured.
Man, I don't know. If Brown stayed on the Raiders, how far do you think they would have went?
I don't think they would have been a playoff team regardless.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy.
I just think he would have been putting up empty numbers, kind of like Giancarlo Stanton on the Yankees.
All right. I could see that though. Maybe a wild card team. Max?
I mean, that's max. I still don't think they'll do that because they're in the division with the Chargers and the Chiefs. They're obviously not winning the division. And then I think there's going to be another wild card team that'll be better than them.
Huh. Well, yeah, that's I mean, I don't know what else is there to say about AB that hasn't been said. I mean, I know he's going through a case right now, but...
Oh, yeah. I think that's all a lot. That's me personally, but I'm not going to get into that.
That's all.
No point.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have much to say about that.
Yeah, I don't have much information. Just from the information I have seen, it looks like it's just...
It could go either way, man. Because AB's a nutcase, but there's always those certain cases. Nonetheless, moving on to the actual week of football. Or day. Well, I mean...
Days.
Yeah, days.
Just football games.
What do we have? What do we agree on? Disappointing teams, impressive teams.
And we have a player of the week.
Player of the week. All right, well, want to go to disappointing? You want to start negative?
How many do you want to name for disappointing and impressive? Because I have a few for each.
I had one team for impressive.
I have 7.
Jesus Christ.
And then for disappointing, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, I kept it brief.
All right, I'll do you do yours, and I'll do the top 3. some shit.
Okay. And then we have players of the week too, right? Okay, so for disappointing teams, I mean, it's easy to put the Jets.
Yeah.
In there.
It is.
Granted, all right. I mean, it'll be different this year because I did have high expectations for the Jets. So it is kind of disappointing. I don't know, but yeah, I'll put them in disappointing. They 16-0. And what was it, the fourth quarter? They just lost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put Jets. Just once. Who got injured again? What was the defensive?
C.J. Mosley, who Lee had a pick 6 and a fumble recovery.
Once he went down, I knew it. I knew it was gone.
They said the players even said that once they saw that he got injured, like took the energy out of the team.
It looked like
which can't happen for a winning team, but that's what happened with the Jets.
I mean, the Jets are just done regardless.
Yeah, back to tanking
bad day.
Season. It was really bring me Jared Judy.
All right, you heard it here first. Second, I have Steelers. I mean, we're probably gonna have some similar teams, but yeah, I have the Steelers. I expected the Patriots to win, but I was kind of excited to see what the Steelers would do, especially with no Antonio Brown and then no Le'Veon Bell. You could have Juju on a breakout, and is it James Conner?
James Conner, yeah.
So it's not like they don't have pieces; like they still have pieces. It's just a matter of them just kind of breaking into their own shell. But my God, they got embarrassed, man.
So bad. Their offense looked completely lost.
Roethlisberger cannot beat this team.
I know. I told Gal from the beginning that I don't trust Big Ben, and I did not think Juju was going to be that great as number one. And honestly, it showed week 1. We'll see what happens for the rest of the year, but week 1, exactly what I said was going to happen.
Do you think the Steelers bounce back?
I think they'll be a good team. I just don't see them.
Will they be a playoff team? I mean, you kind of answered this in the last one, but I forgot.
I don't remember where I think I did have him as a wild card.
All right.
No, I didn't have him as a wild card. I had him missing the playoffs.
All right. Well, who do they play next week?
I have even no clue.
All right. Well, second disappointing team, I got the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this
was very disappointing.
It's very disappointing, and I have them. I mean, it's two teams, but I have them first because of just the hype.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I love young teams. I like Baker Mayfield. I like OBJ.
Of course you do. Yep.
And I like Jarvis Landry.
Mm-hmm.
They have a good, solid core, but too much talking, bro.
Yo.
And I still think OBJ is just bitter about the Giants trading him.
Oh my God, and this stupid watch thing, like, oh my God.
I mean, I think people
loves attention, yo.
He does, and I think he does have diva antics and all that. But even though I do think the watch thing was kind of blown out of proportion. Like, they didn't really. I know it's against the rules. Is it?
It isn't. He got fined.
He said he's going to continue wearing it.
Yeah.
But irregardless,
he just wants attention.
They got smoked by the Titans, man.
Yeah, I know.
See, that's
it's not like even they got beat by like the Patriots, like the Steelers did. They got beat by the Titans.
And I don't know, just the talking from Baker, feeling dangerous, and I'm like, all right, guy.
Yeah, real dangerous.
But that's
43-13.
Jesus Christ, bro. I did not expect it. And I know a lot of people had the Browns going into the playoffs.
I did.
I
still do.
I
still do. It was disappointing, but I see them bouncing back, especially this week against the Jets.
Well, yeah, they'll probably go. They have to win.
No, they absolutely
have
do.
To win.
They're going to be in a lot of trouble if they lose against this Jets team this week.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know whether to have them as a playoff team or not, but I did have them as like a wait and see kind of team. Mm-hmm. Clearly disappointing in the first, and I was gonna bet on them too. I don't know.
Whoever you bet on loses.
See, I don't know. They're a very hit or miss team apparently. Mm-hmm. But I think after week 3 we'll get a good glimpse of who they are. Who do they play after the Jets? Man, we need.
Yeah, I know.
We need an intern. Yeah, that's all I got for disappointing teams. Go ahead, and maybe I'll jump on later.
All right, so disappointing. I'm gonna go with the first two you had. I had the Jets, and I had the Browns with the Jets. They were up the whole game, and then fourth quarter just blew it. They just ran out of energy.
They should have won by more, though.
Bro, I know. They should have blew this team out, but they didn't. I guess C.J. Mosley's injury really just killed them. It just looked like... Yeah, I know. Their offense died out. Like, everything was just dead. Like, no receivers were getting any space. Jamison Crowder had freaking 14 receptions because no one else could get open. Le'Veon Bell played every single snap because they need him that bad. And even at the end of the game, when it was 3rd and 4th down, you got to put the ball in Le'Veon Bell's hands. You cannot have Sam Darnold throw. You need to give it to Le'Veon Bell and make him make a play.
Bro,
he's your best player. You need to give him the ball, and he'll make plays happen.
It's the third down all the time.
I know. And Le'Veon needs to touch the ball. Like, it needs to happen. You need to make sure your best player gets the ball in his hands at the most crucial times in the game.
Who else? I literally did not see anyone else play besides Le'Veon Bell.
He played every single offensive play.
That's wild. That's wild.
That's insane. Like, they needed him, and they still didn't use him correctly.
See, unfortunately, I think Le'Veon is gonna be like the player you predicted Antonio Brown is gonna be, like an empty stats kind of guy. Because the Jets are gonna suck ass, especially now. Whatever.
So then with the Browns, like I said last week that I thought it was gonna take a little bit of time for them to get their chemistry right, but I also did not expect them to lose week 1.
To the Titans.
My guy Colin Cowherd has been predicting they would lose week 1 since that schedule came out. I'm being dead serious. It's insane. I don't know how he knew this was gonna happen, but it did happen. It was really disappointing. Baker Mayfield was looking bad. I think he had 3 picks. He got sacked multiple times. He cannot go to whenever he goes to his left. It's always an incompletion or a pick or something bad. He cannot go to his left. So Jets, if you're trying to win, Jamal Adams, if you listen to this somehow, make him go left. He will not be able to beat you guys that way. Obviously the Steelers, like, that's disappointing, but again, they play the Patriots, so you can't really.
It's expected.
It's kind of. I don't want to say excuse, but like you can use it kind of an excuse.
Okay.
A team that was also disappointing was the Falcons. They got destroyed by the Vikings. And Kirk, they didn't even throw for 100 yards. The Vikings did not throw for 100 yards. Kirk Cousins had 98 yards, and they still destroyed them. They killed them on the run game. And even the Falcons still couldn't get anything going on offense. Like, it was bad. I think they had a garbage time touchdown at the end to Julio or something like that. But besides that, they cannot get anything going on offense. Those are my disappointing teams.
Okay. And you had what impressive teams?
Impressive team. I had a lot of impressive teams.
Did I say mine?
Impressive? Nah.
Okay, so we'll get into impressive. I only have one.
I got 7.
And I was thinking we'll do a game of the week.
Game of the week?
Well, already know what that is. But for the impressive team, I have the Ravens.
Do we know those? What game was the game of the week for you?
No. We'll do that after. Okay. But for impressive team, I got the Ravens.
Yeah, I know what game it was. Oh, Ravens, yep. Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson. Oof.
Proved me wrong. When you were saying at the end of the game, he's like, not bad for running back. He was talking right to me.
GG him. And then
hey, good for him. I'm not like going against him. Just didn't believe in him.
Hollywood Brown.
Mm-hmm.
All the good stuff. Again, I'm not familiar. And also, granted, they did play the Dolphins.
Yes, exactly. That's. I'm not putting too much stock in it, but like,
but 59
this is exactly what you're supposed to do against bad teams. Is what the Ravens did. So.
But 59 points.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot. You did what you're supposed to do against a bad team. That's a first step in being a contending team.
Did you expect 59?
No, absolutely not. I don't expect 59 from any team any week.
Not even like the Cowboys.
Yeah, like.
The Ravens put up 59.
Yeah, exactly. They ran a fake punt when they were up like 35-0. I watched that and I was like, yo, that's disrespectful.
Merciless, bro. Merciless. Yeah. Ruthless. I love it though. Dolphins are a lost cause. I don't. Yeah. I mean, they're tanking for Tua.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's. I don't really have any other impressive teams.
All right, so I guess I'll name the ones that were just like a little impressive, and then I'll go into detail about the ones who were a lot impressive. The Ravens, like you said, impressive, but against a bad team. The same exact thing with the Cowboys. I thought they looked really good. I thought Dak looked really good, but again, you're playing the Giants, who might be the worst defense in the league, so it's all right. The Vikings were another team that was impressive. Like I said, the Falcons were disappointing, but the Vikings were impressive because they showed they don't need to throw the ball to win. Cousins had under 100 yards. Last year, it was all throwing no matter what. They never ran the ball. Mm-hmm. But this year, it looks like they have a new system. Looks like they're going to run the ball, and week 1, it worked. The Patriots, of course, are impressive, but it's the Patriots. Team that I thought was impressive was the Chiefs. Not that it was impressive, but like no one expects that offense to repeat what they did last year. And week 1, week 1 against one of the best defenses in the league, that's exactly what they did. Pat Mahomes had He had 378 yards. He had like 200 at half against one of the best defenses in the league, and he was at Jacksonville as well. And he still showed that he is Patrick Mahomes, and he looks like he's gonna improve on what he did last year. Actually,
is that even possible to improve?
Last year he didn't throw a touchdown against Jacksonville. This week he had 3. And honestly, I thought the game was a blowout too. If the game was closer, he might have threw for like 400, 500 yards. To be honest, I also thought the Chargers were impressive. The reason I thought they were impressive, although they were playing the Colts, I thought their run game was very impressive without Melvin Gordon. Austin Eckler showed out. He was great. And they showed that they don't really need him. So Melvin Gordon may be losing a little leverage in the contract negotiations after that game. And finally, I have the Packers defense as being very impressive. We heard a lot.
Packers defense?
The Packers defense. Yes.
Oh, okay, we're good. Okay.
It was Chicago only scored 3 points, but we heard a lot of noise about the Packers defense the offseason, especially for me. I thought it very much improved. I added a lot of players, and week 1 they showed out and got Aaron Rodgers to win in Chicago. So those are my impressive teams.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. And now we got player of the week.
Yep.
All right, how many do you have?
Unless do you want to do game of the week?
We'll do players of the week. Game of the week, yeah, we'll get out of the way. I mean, it was easily the...
Yeah, Texans Saints. The game was so fun. Oh
I literally left for 2 seconds.
Sean Watson, he needed 2 plays, boom, down the field, touchdown, then boom. Saints come back with like 2-3 plays. What a bomb of a field goal. I wish the Jets had a kicker like that.
Oh, don't even talk to me about the Jets kicker. But I mean, Drew Brees was a wizard at the end.
He was.
That was genius. I mean, I thought I kind of wanted the Texans to
I wanted Texans. I was rooting for the Texans. I wanted Deshaun Watson to come into New Orleans and get a big time win, but I mean, I don't think it was his fault they lost, but...
No, definitely not. If anything, they got to that point because of him.
Yeah, I don't think the Texans really lost the game. It was just the Saints just beat them. They were home. They kicked a big field goal. Happens.
I mean, that was... how many yards was the field goal? Like 50-something?
57, I think. I believe.
That's pretty...
Big-time field goal.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about kickers, man.
Yeah, that's not...
Whatever. But yeah, that's basically the game of the week. I'm glad we got like that caliber of a game early on. But yeah, we'll move on to players of the week or player.
Players.
We'll do players.
Players.
I'll put Lamar Jackson. I have 2. One is Lamar Jackson because again the expectations of him performing wasn't as I guess. I mean, I think he does have a decent amount of expectations, but I don't think anyone expected him to perform that well.
No, absolutely not.
Again, granted, it is the Dolphins, but GG. And he also looks like a really humble guy. Like I saw him. I'm actually happy for him. And then I have Le'Veon Bell, who just
look at that.
Carried. I felt so bad for him, man.
Yeah,
he literally did everything for the Jets that game. I don't know. I don't want him to. I don't want him to waste his talents. But that's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
But no, he did everything he can, bro. He was literally receiving too.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe
that's our lost cause. I feel bad for him, but he got his money.
I hope Demaryius Thomas does take a little pressure off of him. Robbie Anderson, man.
But now that Sam Darnold's out, like teams are just gonna stack the box, make Le'Veon do even more. I
don't know. But regardless, I do think he had. I don't know. While I was watching him, I was in awe. Granted, I am a Jets fan, but. He was literally doing everything. He was running.
He reminded people why he's the best running back in the NFL.
That's very
He didn't win, but he showed you guys.
I mean, they needed it. It was literally like, I think, 3rd down, and they needed it.
When he got stopped in the backfield, and he just pushed through it just to get that first down.
I love that. Why can't the Jets just be decent,
Doesn't stop.
Next year, I promise.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, but
I say this every year.
Those are my 2 impressive players.
All right, well, since we're going to do 2, so...
You don't have to.
All right. Well, if I had to pick one, it would be Patrick Mahomes. I know it's a kind of a cop-out answer, but I do think it was really impressive what he did at Jacksonville against that defense, especially after last year that he didn't throw a touchdown. Now he goes in there and he throws for 378 yards. He has 3 touchdowns. He had like 200 yards at halftime. He could have had more if it wasn't a blowout. He looked really good, especially with Tyreek Hill, who I think got knocked out in the middle of the game, and he did it without him. It was really impressive showing Patrick Mahomes, especially that he showed that he can duplicate what he did last year. I guess if I had to pick a second one, it's a lead between Lamar Jackson and Dak Prescott. I guess I'll give him a.
You want to do Dak just to be different?
I'll do Coldplay. It's the same thing. Like I think they had the same performance. They both played really bad defenses. They had almost the same amount of touchdowns, same amount of yards. I need to see more for them against a good team, but for what they did against a bad team, they did what they had to do. They took care of business. So good for them.
Well, who are you more sold on, Lamar Jackson or Dak?
That's a tough question.
It's a good question.
Well, I think Dak Prescott is better but I think Lamar Jackson's ceiling is higher
I can see that.
I think he has the potential to do more because of his athleticism. I think Dak is just a middle of the pack kind of guy. Like, he's not going to be terrible, but he's not going to be like a great.
But
so
for this offense,
he is what he
perfect.
is. Yeah, he leaves perfect for the offense because he does not need to be that top tier quarterback. All he needs to do is get the job done, give it to Zeke, throw these open routes like he did against the Giants. Just get the ball to playmakers and let them make the plays.
I mean, yeah, him and Cooper looked more impressive.
Cooper looked insane.
Zeke, I still think
That's what I'm talking about. Like, Dak has a perfect system in place for him, and the Cowboys just got to pay him, and they'll be fine because that's the perfect quarterback for them. He doesn't try to do too much.
Now he looked. Again, I'm not huge on Dak Prescott like Manny or Gallo is, but he's a really smooth quarterback.
He is.
Like, he's very
like
smooth.
I say, he's a perfect kind of guy for that team. He gets the job done. Doesn't do too much.
Yeah, but I keep seeing these posts like the only man that could stop Tom Brady. I'm like, all right.
Someone quotes you here. They showed one. The thing was like, the only person that could stop Tom Brady, and then someone quotes you and it was like, let me see him. I was like, all right.
It's not. I mean, if it's not Patrick Mahomes, I don't know who it is.
All right.
See, if only the Seahawks had a decent offense, I think they could.
They had like Antonio Brown. It wasn't a hothead.
Yeah. Well, that's it for football news.
Yep.
And let's transfer to a basketball world. This is the first time of us talking basketball. Kevin Durant, he talked about his time in OKC and Golden State. Talked about how he has no trust for OKC and how he didn't fit in with the Warriors. And then he also made these comments about, and I don't want to bash anyone yet, all right? I'm just going to give you my 2 cents on this. But then he was just like, it's I don't choke. We have evidence of that. But then, and then he was like,
let's look back to your OKC days.
He was like, it's not my fault, it's the environment's fault or someone else's fault. I'm like, okay. So that means no one sucks in the NBA.
Yeah,
that's what it means. Everyone's good.
Yep.
Yeah, he was talking about how he trusts no one in the Thunder because of how they treated him when he came back, and then he was talking about how he did not feel like he was part of the Warriors because he wasn't drafted by them. All right, let's go down the list in terms of I don't blame him to you're out of your mind. So I don't the Warriors thing I kind of get.
Yeah.
Because he was there. They only of course I don't think it's ever a bad idea to get Kevin Durant on the team, but. He was only there to stop LeBron for the time being.
Exactly. They needed someone. They needed someone at the small forward position to stop LeBron.
Because Iguodala wasn't just going to do it.
Yeah.
So I get it. I mean, you did win 2 championships, but then again, for people like me and you, there's always going to be an asterisk next to them. You just had to join the Warriors.
It's the Warriors that won the championship. It wasn't Kevin Durant. Like, if you look at Cleveland Cavaliers, you're not like the Cavs won the chip. It was LeBron that won the chip.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good analogy. Or, yeah, good observation. But I don't know. I do think it was always going to be Curry's team. Always.
Even though he's not better than Durant, but it's his team.
They drafted him. That's their guy.
It's their homegrown star.
Klay Thompson has always been their savior. Like Klay Thompson for me will always be underappreciated.
I hate him.
Klay Thompson?
Yep.
Why? What happened?
He's getting too cocky for me. Just everything
he is.
Everything he says is just pissing me off.
But
I have no problem with the way he plays. It's just the things he says just get me tight.
But I do acknowledge the fact that whenever the Warriors are in trouble, it's always him.
Yeah, I know.
It's always him.
I know.
He and
Steph always finds a way to choke, and then buddy Klay Thompson always there to help him out.
And I don't know. I would if Klay gets an MVP before Steph, I'll be hype. In the finals.
I don't think
if they go back to the finals.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, and then Draymond, of course. For example, if Draymond was on the Knicks, I'd be hype.
Yeah, it's a guy that you hate to play against, but you love to have on your team.
Exactly. So obviously teams are gonna love Draymond. So I get it. Iguodala is kind of just like that veteran presence that just you need. That kind of like quote unquote stop.
He's out though.
Huh?
He's out. He's not there anymore.
Yeah, it is, but
good.
He is, but whatever. Yeah, so I kind of get why KD thought of that. It's just an empty feeling of winning. And then we go, okay. Let's go to the he doesn't choke. All right. Now, KD is for me the second best player in the NBA. Okay. It was solidified after when he went to Golden State. For me, I thought Kawhi was still better than him when he was in OKC. But I saw a change in KD's game after he went to the Warriors. Way better defensively. he was always consistent, but I don't know. I just felt like he made all of his shots in Golden State.
Yeah, because he gets so open. He doesn't have he doesn't have to deal with like the double teams, the triple teams
That's
like
true.
he did in somewhere else.
That's true. But then it's just like he makes these comments where he's like, "It's not my fault that I miss." I'm like,
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like,
how does that make sense?
Yeah.
I get it. There's a defender that's the job to alter the shots, but I'm like, you're not taking any accountability into missing shots.
There's no like wind in the court.
So Kevin Durant does not lose in any scenario here, and I'm just like, okay,
no way, perfect human being. But yet so unhappy.
That's what it is. I don't understand why he's making these comments right now.
Like you look at him and you're like, yo, like why are you so unhappy? But like obviously I don't know what's going on in his life. Like there might be things that nobody knows about that just make him this unhappy. But like from the outside looking in, like. You should be really happy. You're a millionaire. You're playing basketball, doing the things you love. You're living in New York now. Like, you make any decision you want. And, like, I don't know what he's so unhappy about, but obviously I don't know his life.
And you're playing with Kyrie.
Yeah, you're playing, like he said, it's his best friend.
Quote-unquote best friend.
Like, relax. Sit back, relax, smile a bit.
That's the thing. I've always realized this with KD is he doesn't smile a lot.
I know. He's just unhappy. I don't know why. I don't get it.
Again,
I need to have a sit down with him and just need him to vent.
We need to get him on the podcast.
He needs to vent to us.
Just talk to us.
He needs to let us know.
But I don't know. I don't think it's because I heard this. I don't think it's a jealousy thing with LeBron. I think
it is though.
I think it's always going to be people that hate LeBron just to hate LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no reason to actually hate LeBron.
Yeah. They hate him because he's top players are always hated.
Yeah.
And that's why.
And KD's also hated, but I mean, I hate bringing this up.
He says a lot of things that make him get hated. Like he does it to himself a lot.
I hate bringing this up because it's such a cop out thing to say. But like if LeBron were to make these comments,
yeah,
oh god, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world.
Oh man.
So I'm just like, it's easy to not say anything.
Mm-hmm. But
for him, who I guess like, I think he has a hard time just like airing, like, I don't know, just like keeping shit to himself. And it's gonna be interesting for me because him and Kyrie are the two of the most sensitive people.
Oh, I know. And in New York media, like, of course, I wanted them on the Knicks, but like that was the one issue I had.
Yes,
the one thing I was scared about if they did come here is just them. They're so sensitive, and New York media is so harsh. Like, it's not my problem, I guess.
I don't know. Like, people are always gonna bash on Knicks players, and they're always gonna bash on Porzingis, and of course, that's another story. But Porzingis, from someone who came from like a European country, handled it pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give credit to these guys that actually have been in New York and all that. I mean, tip our hat off to Carmelo.
No, he's so underappreciated, man. So underappreciated. He deserves
a statue.
He really does.
But yeah, and then going on to the OKC stuff.
I don't know what he expected.
This is what I don't, and I got tight reading this. I'm like, you literally You choked. He did choke Game 6. We saw with our very own eyes.
Oh, I know.
He choked Game 6. That was the definition of choke. I mean, we have our theories that he threw the game.
Though. It's not his fault.
Because, you know, it's
somebody. It's never his fault.
But environment. I'm like, you were in OKC.
I know.
I don't know how you didn't close it out, but whatever. That's Vietnam flashbacks. But I don't understand. You literally choked. Mm-hmm. We think he threw the game away. Mm-hmm. That's a high chance. Manny will always deny that, but I don't think there's evidence with that.
Yep.
It's like, and then you choke 3-1, and then you go to the Warriors, the team you lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Lost to. They're rival teams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he thought was gonna happen. I don't know.
I thought he was gonna get a little like video tribute, like praise him, like thanks for leaving, man, like thanks for blowing it, thanks for going to the team that we hate and going against every single year, like.
And he left without telling anyone anything.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't even text Russ or anything. There was Lee Russ and Kendrick Perkins said that the night before that he made the decision, he was at dinner with Russ and Perkins and I think Nick Collison, and he told him that he was coming back. And Lee, the next morning, he flies out to Hamptons and he announces going to Warriors.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not gonna. Oh, again, those reports, I don't know if it's true or not. But also, there was also reports that the Warriors were recruiting him 6 months in advance.
Yep, I heard that too.
And also, like
all season,
that's under the radar. Like, bro, literally, you scummed your way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you scummed OKC out of this, and then you left them high and dry because they had no. They literally traded for Oladipo. I remember when they traded for Oladipo. I'm like, that's it. OKC has
Russ,
this.
Oladipo, KD, like
Steven Adams was breaking out, and it's like
Sabonis.
They had it, but I don't know. I think they traded Sabonis, didn't they? Or no, they got him back.
No,
whatever.
Didn't they trade Sabonis and Oladipo for Paul George? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're
they
right,
got
you're right.
Oladipo and Sabonis in that
Yeah,
trade.
You're right. You're right.
That was a steal for Ibaka.
That was a steal.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, granted, those two kind of broke out of their shell after they
Yeah.
got traded, but I don't understand what KD thought was gonna happen, bro. And I get it. He did do a lot for for OKC before that, but just the way you come out, the way you leave, I think that's gonna leave the taste on people's mouths. I mean, I thought I think he got it easy the first game back in OKC, even though he got crucified. I thought he was gonna get worse.
These little cupcake things.
Could you
probably got him
imagine
tight.
that in New York or Boston?
Oh my God, bad.
They would have called him
Yeah,
every
I know.
vulgar word in the
I
language.
know. I know.
Cupcake. Well, I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah, like makes him a cupcake. The fact that he was just
Exactly, man.
Like, he's just proving people right that he's soft and just. Oh, I hate this guy.
He's just he's mentally shot, bro. I don't know, and maybe I don't know.
It's like AB.
Good parallel. It comes full circle. I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe it's the injury too, because he did.
Because when he says that he just loves being in the gym and just loves just playing basketball, I believe him. He's definitely a hard worker and he just loves just playing basketball. He doesn't like all this other stuff.
Doesn't like washing his face or brushing his hair.
True, but maybe this injury is just making him sit back and just wanting to talk more and more nonsense because he can't play basketball. But
also maybe he kind of knows. I mean, I don't know. I have a feeling that he'll be fine after the injury because his game doesn't rely heavily on athleticism. He's more of a shooter. But I do think he thinks there's a chance that it's just not going to be the same.
Yeah.
And also, I think
he's scared of that, which honestly I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. But also, and I don't think Kyrie's the right person to kind of just carry the load.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a disaster year one.
Because once Kyrie's out, he's out.
Yeah, I know.
He's out.
We've seen it last season.
The only reason we've only seen it that season and not in Cleveland is because they had LeBron and Kevin Love, so they kind of overshadowed that. I don't know. I wish him the best mentally. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just bro.
Be happy, man. Just find whatever makes you happy.
Just think before you talk.
Yeah. Yep. I thought going to Nets would make him happy, but I guess not.
I guess it's still more low key. Even with those two, I just still think it's a Knicks town.
It's always gonna be a Knicks town, no matter what.
That's crazy, bro.
The talk is not even that the Nets. The talk wasn't even that the Nets got Kyrie and KD. It was that the Knicks didn't. That's exactly how you do that. It's a Knicks town. The story is that the Knicks didn't get them instead of the Nets do.
I don't know one person. Literally, we talked about this in the barbecue we had during free agency. One person that was excited that they both went to Brooklyn. Who cares?
I know.
Who is a Nets fan?
Nobody.
No, man. It's just, I feel
there's no such thing as a Nets fan.
Yeah, every Nets.
You're just not a Knicks fan.
Yeah, that's what it is. And you're Albanian with a big hat. That's what it is. It's. I don't know. Get well, KD. If you want to talk, we're always here.
Yep.
The offer's always open.
Yep. There's a chair empty right next to me.
Yeah, because Gallo.
Regardless, we always make space for you, man. We'll pull out the couch, let you lay down, let you just talk about everything.
Talk to us.
Yep, we're here for you.
But still go next. But that'll be it for this week. It was a good week of news.
It was.
GG. Not really GG, but AB kind of provided us a lot of news to talk about.
Hopefully he plays this week. We see how he is.
Yeah.
They play the Dolphins.
I'm scared for the Dolphins. I'm literally petrified. They play the Jets after.
Oh,
they might go 16-0. They might go 19-0.
Oh, you're a sicko.
Unless
they'll lose a game or something.
If they rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good week for the NFL. Is there any good games next week on Sunday? I was looking forward to the Jets and Browns, but
yeah, so was I.
Not anymore. I don't know what's going on.
The Eagles-Falcons Sunday night should be a good game.
Well, who knows with the Falcons?
Well, true, but I think they'll have a bounce back week.
Yeah.
The Eagles are always good. Sunday night games are usually always good. So
yeah, it's usually after the 1 o'clock games are done because they were kind of lacking a little bit. But yeah, good week in football. Nice basketball news pulled up. But basketball season's around the corner.
We're almost there.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yo, me too.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging with us. Thanks for listening to us. If you've gone this far, hopefully Gal will be back next week. Shout out to his brand Fuge.
Yep.
Going to be debuting tomorrow, which will be today because when this releases, it'll be Friday.
Yep.
But yeah.
All right. See
Peace,
you guys.